Aloha, my name is Kai Hoshijo. I'm from New Valley on Oahu Island, and I'm actually a graduate of Kamehameha Schools, class of 2015. I'm also currently pursuing my master's in environmental management at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and I'm a PBS volunteer. So this past summer in May, I was able to participate in the Kahopo Akane sail, which was originally planned we were going to head down to the equatorial area on 9 degrees north and head back, and it would be a really great opportunity for training, especially for people like me, some of the younger crew members, and my fellow crewmates, Kaleo Hano and Kaya. Unfortunately, we got caught up in some really tough weather and some tough decisions. So we made our way to Lahaina, and we're moored in Lahaina Harbor for about 8 days. And there was a lot of reflection there. And there was a lot of training that we did, safety training. We did a training sail in Pailolo Channel in a kind of like a rough area. And for me, this was really beneficial to kind of take a pause and be able to get ma'a to the va'a and the crew, also considering I was a late addition to that crew. Unfortunately, while not being able to go down to the equator, we were able to learn a lot more community-wise, to really spend a lot of time in the place where Kalepa grew up. And I think for a lot of the veteran crew members, that meant a lot. And so for me, it being my first experience, my maiden voyage, I think that really captured like Ohana Va'a for me. It's not just the actual part about sailing and being on the Va'a and going, but also knowing when to not go, when to spend time in place and with community safely. And also just to like appreciate Hawaii. So I think that sail really taught me to appreciate Hawaii, because we got to go up and down the coastline of South Kona, down to Kauai. You really get to see Maui Nui when you're crossing these channels. And so I was able to learn a lot on that first sail. Before the voyage, I had a lot of different expectations. One being that, of course, this voyage would be incredibly difficult. I had never gone on anything longer than a day sail. And so I did already have a foundation of trust in, my kumu, like Chris and Ainoa, Lehua, Uncle Bruce, that I could go and I would be okay, and that people would take care of me and I would take care of them. And then those plans changed. And so those plans, the conversations and the plans were constantly changing while we were in Lahaina for 8 days. And Tomiko actually had to do multiple sail plans. I think it was like 17 plus sail plans because we were short on time and there were all these logistics. And so on the decision-making level, there's this sense of trust, that I saw, that I actually had to kind of find, because I think there was a sense of fear, and understanding that the plans were changing. And also to hear about like how powerful weather, how powerful nature can be, and what that can do to the canoes and the crews. And so, to put your full trust in the decision makers, knowing that they're looking out for us and for the canoes. And so it was this kind of reoccurring theme throughout this voyage. And then also trusting in one another. It wasn't easy for me, I think, to have these plans changing. But we had this like common bond and like this camaraderie with one another on crew, and we're doing last minute things like lashing cleats on and little things on the va'a, and just doing as much as we could to prepare ourselves whatever we were gonna do, no matter what the plan was. And so yeah, trusting in every line and knowing that all the hands that were put in to like prep the va'a for this voyage, whatever the voyage was going to be, that it would be okay.